The dangerous twist of the mustard seed parable. Today, we'll look at one of the forms that best contains Jesus' teachings, the parable, and specifically, how the parable of the mustard seed was so challenging and even dangerous for the audience at that time. Let's follow the insights of Professor Dominic Crossan. Parables don't dominate the audience. They evoke power. Parables challenge the audience to move, think, and judge for themselves. Jesus taught that the kingdom of God also evokes power rather than dominating, and has a challenging nature rather than controlling. We usually interpret the parable of the mustard seed as a hopeful and safe message that small beginnings eventually lead to great results. However, Crossan cites the records of the Roman scholar Pliny to focus on the original nature of the mustard plant. Once seeds are sown, the seeds that fall on the ground sprout immediately and take over the place. Mustard plants easily take over even in places where people don't want them, making them difficult to control and hard to uproot. Jesus claimed that his kingdom of God, like this mustard plant, like a shrub that pricks the tip of the tongue, has a dangerous nature of seizing others' places. Here, the real twist of the parable is revealed. In the agrarian society of Jesus' time, mustard plants caused serious problems. These plants attracted unwanted birds, causing them to peck at the fruits and grains that farmers were supposed to harvest. Crossan says this is a surprising metaphor for someone who has a carefully cultivated plantation, that is, someone who benefits from the existing order and wants to protect their property. The kingdom of God becomes a pest. To them, the kingdom of God was not an object to be cultivated, but a threatening weed that must be uprooted. This surprising image of the kingdom of God as a mustard plant evoked completely different reactions depending on the social class of the audience. The ruling class or landowners who heard this parable immediately showed caution and hostility. To them, Jesus' message was a dangerous idea that destroyed their order, property, and control, and it was considered a weed that must be uprooted. On the other hand, the marginalized or the destitute at the very bottom of society sent hope and cheers. To them, it was accepted as a symbol of salvation and revolution that would overturn the existing order and occupy a new place. Jesus, through this parable, showed that the kingdom of God is a radical challenge to the existing order. And while it is a threat to a certain class, it is a dual and subversive force that is salvation for the marginalized. It shows that it was proclaimed as such. The audience listening to the parable would judge for themselves. Is the kingdom of God, meaning this mustard plant, a blessing to me, or a pest? This in itself was a radical act that demanded reflection and change in real society.